Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I actually get that in a good bit because this is some crap. This is part1 part 2, right? Right. So part1, as I described earlier, was the shipping company that I basically bought another vaporizer from, and this company is a shipping company that shipped the device. And in shipping the device, they have honestly lost it and sent it to UPS, said it was the post office, didn't give me the tracking information, like did all kinds of crazy stuff, and basically then I get on the phone with them, and the woman is basically telling me that it's in the post office's hands, but I find, because I'm at the same time I'm on the phone with them, I'm on their chat, and I also am in Twitter waiting for contact because I would like to know where my stuff is, because I'll show the manifest, and it basically shows that the item has gone through like 20 different changes, has sat where I am locally in Charlotte for like 2 days, and not because it couldn't go, because they kept saying it was with the post office. And so then I find out it's actually with UPS and not the post office, and that there's tracking information for it from UPS that I could have had the whole time, that none of them provided. Didn't put into the system, didn't do anything. They're still using their system, and which kind of defeats the purpose of having a system if you don't update it, right? And let the people know, because meanwhile the guy I bought this from, like who runs this company, has a customer service company that's contacting me wondering why it hasn't been delivered and if I've received it, because I didn't know that it was signature required until then. Of course I would, it's kind of expensive. So then they're like, well, where did you get it? Have you tried it and all this stuff? And I'm like, no, I haven't gotten it. I haven't tried anything, because they won't deliver it yet. Like, they have my zip code incorrect, supposedly. They have my address correct, and it's on their website, the whole address and everything. So even if you took it and put it into anything, it's going to give you the zip code, which is why, like everybody else that had that same wrong zip code, fixed it all by itself, which is my main complaint about this. Like, why we have to spend so much time on a call with customer service when these computers we're supposed to trust, we're supposed to fix this stuff, are very fallible. Because in their system, they then, like, it's just insane. It went from Toronto, I love Toronto, I used to live there, but it went from Toronto to basically Ohio to like someplace else, like back west, and then back east to come down here, and then it waited down. Oh, it was like they have their own carrier here, so the whole time it's like them driving it physically here. Okay, and then they do what normally what everybody does is the last mile is dropped off by somebody local. Then it was by UPS, which does international service from Canada, that I paid $20 shipping for from the guy who's kind of like, I told him flat out, like, he shouldn't use them as his shipper anymore because this company is awful. The main point of this is the call I had with the woman, and basically she was taking it personal with the fact that I was complaining, and I was basically illustrating the fact that it's written on your own manifest of what is taking place and where my item is, and yet that's not matching up with what's going on and what you're telling me. Because what she's telling me is that the zip code is incorrect and it's in the post office. But then the woman on the phone is now telling me that it's with UPS, and they had updated my zip code the day beforehand. Remember, like the first video I did, like the day beforehand. So it was like, why are they actually not fixing the issue if it was updated then and written in on the system like 3 or 4 times that they had fixed it? Because I've given it to them through chat and through Twitter and all this other stuff. Like, how much more contact can I have? So she then says that it's with UPS, and I'm like, well, if it's with UPS, do they have tracking? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, can I have it? So she gives me the tracking finally, and I basically see it for myself online, and now I'm like, okay, I'm going to contact UPS and figure out how I can get my hands on the stupid thing finally. And so I text them, chat them, find out that they don't chat now, so I call them up and figure out that I can basically no longer have my stuff sent to a box, because online it says it's $5, even though I have my choice. But if you sign up through your My Choice and then go into your preferences and tell it to deliver it to home, it'll do that for everything but signature required. So then it fixes my address, and he's surprised that I'm telling him that basically they don't know where my stuff is, and they basically lied about where it was, and he can see in the system where they have basically gone back and fought the adjustments that they have been making continually. So in their system, when it's saying address updated, it's updating it to their old incorrect address that basically they keep messed up. It's one digit off. Okay, they changed it, and then their system will change it back, which is what he's saying that their system is doing. He's showing that the only one that can make adjustments from UPS's perspective, is what I was told, is not even the payee. Like after it's left, the only thing that the payee can do is have the item requested back to him. And that's it. That's all he can do. If he wants to change the address or something, you have to, you as the receiver can change the address coming to you or have it held. Okay, or he can have it held for you. But basically, doing what I was trying to do wasn't going to happen. So I was like, well, gotta cut. And they kind of fix it. So he fixed my address. All UPS. Not Percolate or whatever their stupid name is. And it's kind of sad because UPS then put it on a truck with the wrong address today because of them changing the thing again. Meanwhile, the reason me and this Canadian lady were having this argument was solely because of her comment about it being UPS's fault. I'm like, how's it UPS's fault if y'all gave them the zip code? You provided them the information. It's saying that you updated the thing. It's saying it cleared customs and you did it, which meant that your guy drove it through whatever. And it's probably just a simple printing error. But the main thing is if you fuck up, just say I fucked up. It's no big deal. I made a mistake. We're fixing it. But you can't sit there and lie about it continually in the middle of fucking up, and you're caught red-handed. Just wait till you look at the manifest. The manifest is hilariously funny because it's 22 items of crap for something that shipped on the 25th. And today's the 3rd. But every day has had 4 or 5 things because they've changed something or fighting it. And that's the wasted time we have in customer service. Because during this, of course, the bank does something. One of the bank accounts always has something to bad, but this was AT&T, and it was my fault. So sometimes it's for us, sometimes it's not. But do never ship with Perlite. Ever. Worst $20 I ever spent. And I don't even feel right telling the merchant to give the money back because he gave that money in good faith to them, but he stays with them knowing this crap. It's why? When you look online about them, that's all you see is bad reviews about you normally not getting your package, which is kind of funny because it's not even that they have it in their hands, it's that they're incompetently giving misinformation that gets your packages lost, which is worse because then it's somebody else that eats the insurance, and it's our companies then that eat the insurance and have to pay the brunt of it because we call and complain to them. Because we don't realize that it's just, Perlite that is dropped off that package all the long way. And they dropped it off in Charlotte to the UPS station here with the wrong information. Instead of bringing it to the door. Like, what's the point of dropping it off to UPS? You drove it all the way from Ohio or something, it says. Here. One truck. I'm like, okay, if that's how, I'm not saying that they have to have a distribution center here or anything, or what should have been done, but it made no sense to literally, if they drove the truck from here to there, and it wasn't in UPS's hands then what was the point? Which is what I'm assuming it's not. I'm assuming that they probably put it in UPS's hands at the border. But it always had the wrong information on it, so my little box was headed the wrong way the whole time with no way or hope of ever getting onto the right path, solely because a computer system was incompetent in catching something, and that's solely in the design of their software. So none of this stuff is perfect. It's only as infallible as the human that's working it. So, with that, I bid you all a good day. And say everybody to watch your accounts because there is always something trying to steal money from you. Have a good day.